Hey guys, thank you for catching up with Caddo with me. Sponsored by Gregor Auto Marine RV, where I'm gonna run through a list of things that they've got going on to the end of the month. Up at Classic Ashdown, their Classic Chevy, all 2025 Chevy Tahoes, they've got up to $4,000 off. All 2026 2500 HD trucks, they've got up to $3,000 off. These are new ones. And all 2026 1500 Silverados, they've got up to $4,250 off if you're looking for a truck. The classic Kia up there in Texarkana, they're running some really good interest rates. So the classic, the Kia K4, they're running 4.99% for 72 months. The Kia Telluride, they're running 4.49% for 72 months. And then on the Sorrentos, they've got up to $2,500 rebate on select Sorrentos. So if you're looking for a Chevy truck, they've got some deals on they still have the money off on the 25s that they've got left, if they've got any still left. So you got the big discounts on the 25s, discounts on the new 26s if you're in the market for a truck, and then if you're looking for a Kia, they've got a lot of good deals on rates. Caddo is at around 168.64, I think is what it was yesterday when I looked at it. We got a lot of rain today, and we're gonna get more rain, so that's gonna change. Water temp, when we went Saturday, was like 68 degrees, which was crazy. And that's going to drop because we've got this week we've got 3 nights in the 40-degree range. So I'm all about it. I mean, the colder it gets, the better the bite is. The more rain we get, we'll get some current going. The current and the cold will help. The only bad thing is if you run the Texas side up in the bayou and up in the river, the Salvania is getting really bad. And probably before it gets better, there's probably going to be a lot of people that just quit fishing on that side of the lake because of how, it's been a long time since we've seen, like, from Johnson's Ranch all the way up to Dragover, or Johnson's Ranch up all the way past Star Ditch, where it'd just be packed completely solid and you couldn't fish anything, or you got to be careful running. Man, from what I'm seeing, we're going to have that this year. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if we have moments where from like Martha's Crossing up to the S-curve is completely solid, nothing but Salvania. So prepare yourself for that. If you haven't been on the lake and you don't realize how bad it is, when you go, it's not bad on the main lake, and it doesn't seem to be that bad on the Louisiana side, but right there in the river, it's bad. And there's a bunch up in Clinton. So once the current starts coming up, all that in Clinton is gonna come down the Alligator Bayou. And so it's gonna, people that like to fish Britt's Gap and like to fish Four Corners and like to fish all that stuff in Alligator, it's gonna be bad. So just kind of prepare yourself. I hope I'm wrong, but the Salvania is gotten really bad. So I went last Friday and last Saturday, and it was overcast and windy on Friday, and we got on a spinnerbait bite and whacked them. It was really fun. I'll say again, if you're on the lake and it's windy and rainy on Caddo, throw a spinnerbait and just have fun, cover water. Saturday was different. Saturday was high pressure in between, or it was no clouds in between the two storms that came through, and we caught them on a buzzbait. That was fun. Also got on this little tiny, this is made by Copper Red Baits, and this is their Ripple, I can't ever say it, Ripple Frog.
That little
Very,
frog.
very, very, very small. If you compare these two, it's
Get out of that stuff.
little bitty frog. They are destroying this thing right now in Caddo.
That sucker.
This is the leopard color, and this has become
I
in
checked
my.
it to make sure it was on.
I mean, this is passing up the purple shad and the killer gill for me all of a sudden. It's just, they are smoking this thing, and they've kind of gotten off the killer gill and the purple shad, which has been my go-to frog for the last 2 years. But they are smoking this little bitty tiny ripple frog, and I ain't smart enough to tell you why. I just know what they're hitting. So we've been doing pretty good throwing if it's windy, throwing a spinner bait, throwing a buzz bait, throwing a swim bait. When it's not windy and high pressure, we've been throwing, watermelon red flukes or green pumpkin magic flukes, and then the frogs. And here lately, I've had to go to that small finesse frog, and I have to thank my buddy Kevin Hagedorn, and he told me, I don't know, toward the end of the summer that he had downsized his frog. He went to a little finesse frog and was doing good. And I've always thought throw bigger frog, catch bigger fish, but that little bitty finesse frog.
You don't think they'll hit that copper red bait?
When you get in the river, the drop shot thing, I'm just throwing a June bug drop shot, nothing fancy, and I throw the small, I throw the finesse worm. I've got friends that throw a drop shot with the bigger worm, and they do really good. I think it's what you got faith in. That's really about it. I did catch 2 on a tree with that frog Friday. So again, I say this all the time, but it's true. I just don't fish trees this time of year. I'm always looking for birds, grass, pads popping, just different things. But it's quite clear that there are some fish that hang around those trees. Those of you that want to flip trees, I always want to. I hate not mentioning that there's tree fish also, because everything I'm gonna tell you is all about looking for grass, looking for grass mats, looking for pads, looking for windy points of the pads, looking for windy points of like, you can run all over the lake and you'll see those white birds sitting in places where there's going to be bait, and where those birds are, where the bait is, there's going to be bass. So lake is beautiful. It's turning colors. This is my favorite time to take people out. At end of October through mid-November, you get just amazing sunrises and sunsets out here for people to see the lake, and people that have never seen the lake. So this is probably my favorite time to take people out fishing. If I see you or you see me, wave at me. Like I always say, I love our Caddo Lake community. I really do. And if you get to come out here, it's always a wonderful time to come fish this majestic lake that God spoke into existence. That's unlike any other lake around here, and it's just an amazing experience anytime you come out here, just to see His divine creation, what He spoke into existence, and how beautiful this lake is. The history of the lake is so neat, and the fishing is about to get really, really good. So those of you out in the woods deer hunting, sometimes y'all miss out on some of the best fishing of the entire year. So anyway, God bless, and we'll see you next week.